Welcome to JonFly versus episode 9. We did one yesterday and we're going back to back. Can you handle it? I don't know if you can. Let's see if I can. Today we'll be talking about a few news items in the flight simulation world. And we're going to be talking about JonFly's opinion on these. That's what it is in a nutshell. Just in response to episode 8, we have some wonderful comments down below. In fact, one guy gave me the solution to fixing my Carenado issue that I have with Prepared V5. So big shout out to him for doing that. Check out the details of that fix on the comment section of episode 8. And there were a lot of other comments regarding different subjects, and all of it was very welcome. So thank you. Comment below on this one if you have anything to chime in with. I appreciate it very, very much. First off in the news today, we got word that Orbex released their new Tweed New Haven Airport. This is Kilo Hotel Victor November, and we're going to install that and show that on stream. I'll analyze the airport first to figure out which aircraft we're going to take off out of there. We may do a jet, we may do a biz jet, turboprop, GA. I don't know. We'll even look at FS Economy and see if Snack Air can make some money on a route into or out of Tweed, New Haven. But check it out. You can check out that on orbexdirect.com. The other bit of news that I noticed was that IXEG has announced that they're ready to give an update to the 737-300. The article stated that they will release an update for the IXEG once 11.50 is considered stable. So I would say that would be out of the beta and maybe even the release candidates. I don't know. But that's exciting that we're going to see an IXEG 737-300 update in the very near future. The other thing I wanted to talk about today is that a lot of simmers are in the market to build a new PC, whether it be for just better improvement overall, or maybe they're preparing for the new simulator that's coming later this year or early next. Either way, you've got two choices when it comes to building a PC. You've got Intel CPUs and you've got AMD CPUs. I'm just going to go on record and say that my favorite PC build ever to date in the history of history is my AMD build. I built a PC live on my live stream. It's a AMD 3900X processor. It's a Ryzen 9 processor. And you can check out the specs of my PC by going to twitch.tv/JonFly. And in that profile, there's a link to my specs for that particular build. Also on YouTube, there's a video, I think it's 8 or 9 minutes of me building that PC live on stream. But I did a time lapse, so check that out if you're really bored. But that brings us back to the subject of Intel versus AMD. Well, I can tell you right now that if you go to you Google CPU benchmarks and you look at the top 10 CPUs, I'll put an image up here on the screen. You've got those processors, and several of the processors that are in the top 5 to 10 are extremely expensive and not really designed for gaming. PCs, workstation, home stuff. But that 3900X is right up there, right up top with a low price of about, about $435 right now. May be able to get a little bit lower. I paid $418 a few weeks back, but it did go up in price recently. But if you're in the debate mode of, of Intel versus AMD, I recommend AMD for any build at this particular time, April 2020. You're going to save money and you're going to get amazing performance. And really, when it comes down to the future of Sims, you've got the Vulkan development happening on the X-Plane side. You've got DX12 happening on the P3D V5 side. And then I'm not sure all the platform that will be available in the new Sim. But with those new technologies in play, you're going to take advantage of multiple cores and threads on these CPUs. So I really think AMD is positioned very well to get even more market share of the gaming environment. Now, with that being said, I think Intel has felt the pressure. They may be releasing something very soon, their 10th gen I don't know what the pricing is going to be, but it may be very, very competitive in the gaming area. But again, will the price be twice, 3 times as much as the AMD somewhat equivalent benchmarked CPU? Time will tell. But I right now am a big Red fan, AMD all the way. Chime in below what you think and your thoughts. Appreciate all that participation in the chat below. Let's talk about competition. Today we have P3D version 4 and version 5, and we have X-Plane. And there's always this debate, in live streams, YouTube videos, in-person conversations. There's always this debate between P3D and X-Plane. I'm going to go ahead and give you JonFly's opinion on those simulators. And you guys all know by this time that I use both simulators. I'm going to tell you right now, if you're a general aviation pilot, X-Plane is the better sim right now. If you are into the jets, the Boeings and the Airbuses, much more than GA, P3D is your sim. It's better in that world. There are exceptions in both categories. Some GA on P3D is great, and some jets in X-Plane are great. But overall, P3D wins in the jetliner category. In the water category, P3D wins. The textures, the details, the technology that's coming in and is there now is far better than the water technology that we have in X-Plane. Same with clouds and weather. Clouds and weather, I got to give the nod to P3D. Orthophoto, by far, is one of my favorite parts of X-Plane. And so from a visual standpoint, the ground textures in X-Plane win out. So if you're big into the eye candy when you're flying, Ortho wins. But if you like the detail of an airport, P3D wins. Even though there's some great, wonderful airports in X-Plane, there are just those high-end releases on P3D in the airport category that look just fantastic. Both are great. Spend a heck of a lot more money on P3D for airports than you do on X-Plane. I'll tell you that right now. So, in summary, you've got different categories where each sim excels or not. If it comes down to budget, you should definitely go X-Plane. Much cheaper. You can get in for your $60, and you can have a lot of freeware and a lot of default aircraft that work fantastic. All the way from piston engine all the way up to a big jet. Freeware. Then you have some payware that's fantastic. It's just an overall cheaper sim. You can go to a default airport in Wichita, Kansas, and it's going to look half decent. Default airports in P3D suck. Just going to say it. I don't know if you agree with me or not, but they suck. You have to spend a lot of money on airports and a lot of add-ons to make P3D what it can be today for a simmer. So, X-Plane, low budget, definitely go that route. You got a lot of money to spend and you're big into the Boeing 737, go P3D. There we go. That's my current opinion. Will that change with the new simulator coming out? Who knows? We'll see. What a great time to be in flight simulation. In closing, I just wanted to say that there are some amazing Twitch live streams that are happening regularly. Please come join me on my twitch.tv/JonFly live stream. I stream pretty regular. You can go in and click follow. You can even click a little bell to get notifications of when I go live. Please come over and join the crowd. It's a fun live chat while I'm flying these planes around, small to large. But there's a couple of other streamers that I want to touch on. Citation Max is a wonderful friend and a wonderful Twitch streamer. Brad M. Quality streams and a friend. Blackbox 711, my friend, is an amazing instructor. If you want to go into the depths of an aircraft, be it FS Labs, an Airbus, or even on the X-Plane side, an Airbus, or he's so well versed in the Boeings now as well. Learn a lot from Blackbox 711. Recently, Lasedna did a stream where he simulated an engine out in the Zibo 737 on X-Plane. I was extremely impressed with his stream. Check him out. 2 recent Twitch streamers got Twitch partnership, Kenko and London Controller. Congratulations to both of you on gaining partnership. Go check those guys out as well. They are streaming wonderful jet operations, and London Controller does an amazing job doing air traffic control in the London area. I've gone over my 10-minute time limit today. I apologize. Catch me on episode 10 tomorrow. Love you all. Happy flying. Happy simming. Comment below. Click the dislike button twice if you didn't like it. See ya. Take care.